Bullet ants are some of the strongest creatures in Empires of the Undergrowth. Well, as far as ants go. I'm not saying they're the strongest because they have one big downside. They're expensive. You have to upgrade them to level 3 before you can even hatch one. So we're going to try and see if a bullet ant only free play is even possible. We're going against full gene thief colonies that are the exact same as mine. So we're going to see how well they do. And yes, I've cranked up the difficulty. The plan is we're going to use Royal Guard to get us enough food for that initial infusion.
Queen has raised her first brood. These
Let's open up some chambers real quick.
What could one day be a great subterranean.
All right, we're going to turn off food, we're going to turn off fighting, and I want you to dig. I really want to get to that surface so that way I can start making my food chambers ASAP. Oh, I guess I had creature things off. Oh, and they're getting distracted by the road beetles. Yes, one broke through. Yes. One got the adults. Dig open everything. Because our Royal Guard is able to handle this no problem. Oh man, we haven't even been in the stream 5 minutes and people are already trying to sell meth. God damn. Yeah, we're just gonna... No, we're just gonna do that. Yeah, sure. Straight line. All the way to... Okay, we got everything opened up. The velvet worms, I hope they get here fast enough. I'm sorry, how did the velvet worms shoot from that distance? Someone explain that to me. Because, listen, I get that they have some distance, but that's a little too much range even for them. Stop gooping my queen! That's just rude. You don't goop on the first date. You goop them on the second date. Everyone knows that. Jeez. So rude. Trying to figure out chamber layouts, because, again, this is actually the one time where it pays to have a good chamber layout planned, because, yeah, you're going to need to be as efficient as possible with your food. And we're going to need a food chamber because we will not be able to do anything until that is resolved. Am I sure about this? No. But I know all of you will bitch about this until I do it, so. When's bullet ant only free play? When are you going to do bullet ants? It's like the workers. You bullied me until I did the workers. I hated it. Didn't do well, and I'm like, there. Not doing this again. This bullet ants only? Yeah, that's the only soldier we're allowed to use. Okay, so the rules are we're allowed to use bullet ants and workers. That's it. Yes, I have everything else unlocked, but that is the only thing we're going to make. Right now, we need some more food tiles. Because we need at least 150. Yeah, the spider hats are unique, so it's a little bit of fun, so that way you can identify them. Because in a strategy game, identifying your enemy is very important. A jumping spider works very differently from a wolf spider, so, you know, if they just all had the same hat, it would be hard to ID them. 260, I guess that'll be fine for now. Now, I actually got a strategy for how I'm going to do the upgrades, and I'm going to make the bullet ants, okay? We're going to surround the chambers with speed tiles. They only cost 5 each. We're going to upgrade one tile at a time. And then once it's fully upgraded, then we just recycle all the highway tiles and continue the process. That is literally the plan. And yes, it's a little cheesy, but I need a little bit of cheese here. It's going to be rough without it. It's gonna be rough even with it. Yeah. There we go, level 2. Upgrade that tile. I'm going to need to place another one so I can upgrade these two. Ugh, vicious cycle. And that brought it to 10. If I put 2 here, okay, I'm just going to do this. And see where that puts me tile upgrade point wise. 10, 11. Yeah, let's just upgrade all of them. And then we'll go from there. Okay, yeah, I'll be able to upgrade that. This will get to level 3. And then I can upgrade that one. This is a little bit of 4D chess right now. Yeah, I was kind of expecting them to do a tarantula since, you know, one of the hybrids is called Dragantula. And I guess they didn't lie, because I think the spider that they used for Dragantula is the Huntsman. And there we go, we got our first level 3. There we go, we got our first soldier. Huzzah! It only took it forever. This is going to be so expensive. Now we gotta de-invest into all the tiles that we had. There we go. Now we can build the second one. Now we can get our second ant. 1, 2, By the way, I'm not kidding. Like, so right now I'm in the middle of recording a New Game Plus video. I'm just literally going to do all the levels and all the Formicarium challenges and just put them into one giant, like, 10-hour video. But I tried to do Bullet Ant only and for the Formicarium challenges. It worked okay for the first one. Did not work for the second one. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, it took forever for me to gather all the food. Like, it literally took like half an hour for me to gather all the food just using the bullet ants and the workers that I was given, because I didn't want to waste any food on workers to speed it up. By the way, I was able to complete the first Formicarium challenge with only 7 bullet ants. 7. That's all I was able to get. So just keep that in mind. Oh yeah, bullet ant tiles look really nice, and I kind of like the lightning bug, or not the lightning bug, the lightning bolt icon on them. Yeah, I think like a Titan, a Dragon, a Tarantula Titan could have been really cool in 5.0, but they have a lot of good Titans. Emperor Scorpion, like, that's classic. Can't really go wrong with that one. The Centipede, I really think that's cool. I think that's a great Titan ad. The only one I'm really kind of disappointed in is the Sun Spider. It just feels a little out of place is all. Personally. Nothing personnel, kid. I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to de-invest this one. Yeah, Duolingo tied up the furry. You know, they didn't like the competition. They're just like, this is my turf. And so, shot the furry. Furry down! Oh, I don't know why I've been coughing so much. Maybe allergies or something? I don't know. That's also part of the reason why I haven't been streaming just so much, because my throat and my voice are just killing me lately. Not sure what that's all about. Yeah, stink ants actually suck. Here, I got the stats actually right on my screen. So in terms of against ants, they're not as good as you think. Like, taunt leafcutters are better than them, like much better. They were able to do a lot better, including taking out the stink ants. I'm just saying, leafcutters are half the price of the stink ant, and they're able to beat them. I was just like, I don't know. Bullet ants your favorite snack? I question your choice in snacks. Like, I was kind of already planning... Sorry about that. My cough just really came back. I'm going to take a Zyrtec, and hopefully that takes care of my cough. Or at least helps it. Ugh, I don't know why. It just... I guess allergies or something? I thought it was all done. I thought we were done with allergy season, but I guess not. No, don't summon Cthulhu. Everyone keeps on asking me, what would you add to this game? What creature would you add to this game? I'm not an insect nerd. I just play the game. Yeah, I'm doing the New Game Plus on Impossible, so far it's not bad. Like, the 1.0 levels were pretty much the same. 2.0 was a breeze. It was honestly so much easier with all the modifiers, just because Venom Woodspitter's OP. But, I don't know how it's going to go after that. Trying to figure out where I want to go next. I think this probably would be the better choice. What we got? Oh, we got bombardiers? Yeah, spray them. No, don't spray my bullets. Ah, it sprayed. Oh, that actually didn't do that much damage. Look how little damage it did to my bullet ants. Alright, well, we may not have the numbers, but it seems like that's fine. Now we just need to wait. I guess let's put the workers in there. Just until we can get the numbers, and then I won't have to micro with workers. Huntsman or wolf spiders? I prefer the wolf spiders just because they're not a pain in the ass. I really hate them on Drive Them Back. It's just annoying. Like, it's not a tough threat, it's just an annoyance because I can't kill it. I mean, I can.
The colony is starving.
It's just good luck killing it. It'll run away before you do anything to it. There we go. We got our third ant. Third. Let's get rid of another speed tile. Well, let's fully get rid of it. In fact, I think I might expand the entrance to the entrance zone a little bit. I don't think Slug Disco will add a bullet ant level. They might add bullet ants in other levels, but they're not going to do a pure bullet ant colony just because, I don't know. If they were going to do a bullet ant colony, they would have done it by now. I just know that the reason they added bullet ants was because it was a Kickstarter goal. So, you know, they pretty much promised, hey, we're going to add bullet ants because you got us to X goal. Ripperoni and pepperoni, you didn't stand much of a chance. Or any chance, to be honest. Yeah, Drive Them Back was easy once you figured out what to do. Like, at first, it was a little bit overwhelming, just being like, how the hell am I going to stop the drivers? You know, they keep on dwindling my food supply. But once you realize you actually don't need that much food supply, like, it's not too bad if you know how to snowball fast enough. It's just figuring out how to do it in the first place. Hello, Lucian. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. What do I think is the best ant/termite combination? Great question. I would say, like, if I was to pick two ants, I would do the Matabele Medics and the Wood Ants. Specifically, Rapid Fire with the Venom. And, I guess Anesthetic with Sustain. Oh, I have Fast Responder on this one, yeah. I'd rather have anesthetic. Like, so in my New Game Plus colony, I did choose anesthetic Matabele medics. And the reason I chose them was because I was like, okay, with Field Surgeon, my ants don't have to walk all the way back to the nest to heal them. So that really cuts down their travel time significantly. The whole point of Fast Responder is fast movement speed, fast patching speed. But if you're just patching them up not too far away from the battle, you don't need to move as fast. So it kind of negates it. And yes, it brings it down from 10 seconds to 3 seconds to heal them, but it's not overly needed. So I figured I'd rather have the extra firepower that anesthetic does, just because they can actually sting, unlike the fast responders. Okay, let's open up this. I don't know what's in here. Let's find out. Fire ants or Matabele? That is a tough one. It depends on the context. Like, if the Matabele can't get their foothold early, they're in a world of trouble. Fire ants are able to have a lot easier of an early game so they can snowball faster. And again, in this game, speed is key, so that is a distinct advantage, but if the Matabele are able to get their footing early, they're definitely better. But fire ants are just more consistent and easy to use. But still, fire ants do pretty well in the late game. They just don't do as well, I think. We have enough food to hatch a new bullet ants, you know, if we had enough food. Stop confusing my bullet ants.
There's not enough food.
There we go. One of them down, that's less confused. Enemy Royal Guard has been summoned. Bruh, I haven't even done anything. Termite Majors and Army Ant Majors. Termite Majors are good. Termite Majors... See, here's the thing. I don't think Termite Majors are that good. They're not bad. But, like, the whole reason people say, oh, Termite Majors are good is the confuse. And counterpoint, Little Black Ant does the exact same thing, but is half the price. Just saying. Army Ant Majors are great, but, you know, they don't... They're expensive. Which major ant is the best and worst? The best major, if we're going technical by title, the best major would probably have to be the army ants, and the worst is the big-headed ants. Because their regular soldiers consider the major, and it sucks. Made a video about it. Go watch it. After this stream, of course. Don't you dare leave. The wood ant melees, like, it's tough to really talk about the wood ant melees because they suck, like, killing things. On their own, they are practically useless. But they're not meant to be on their own. They're meant to be part of a team. They're literally just meant to hold the line for their teammates. And that job they do insanely well. It's just outside of that job, you know, like every other ant, they just suck. And personally, I feel that if you need to have another ant to be good, you're not that good. It bumps you down a bit. Like, wood ants need something to block for them, so that brings them down a bit, but they're still really good otherwise. Murder for hire. There we go, another chamber opened up. Here, let me get a poll going for all you, so that way... Oh, that's a Q&A, not a poll. Let me just give you a real quick poll, because I'm really curious about this. I don't remember the date that's coming out, so I think it's going to be August. August. Do you want to see me play it? Yes. No. Maybe. There we go. There's your pull. Really curious what you think about that one, because I played the first one and I absolutely loved it. So I'm interested to see if that's something you'll want to see on this stream. Or like videos or something. With the 2 new species in 5.0, what do you think the best colony in the game is? Best colony. That's a great question. I mean, it all depends on context. I can say with confidence, the weakest one is the black ants, but again, they're basic. They're just kind of a tutorial colony more than anything. I would have to go with maybe... I'm thinking. I would say it's a toss-up between a few different ones. All right, let me start ruling things out. I'm going to rule out the leaf cutters. Too slow in the early game. If you can't start snowballing fast enough, it doesn't matter how good you are in the late game if you don't survive the early game and the mid game. I'm going to rule out wood ants just because, like, don't get me wrong, their spitters are amazing. But I just feel like there's other options that are just as strong, but don't require you to have to, like, use other ants. I would say, little black ants, big-headed ants, fire ants, and matabele. I'd say those are the 4 contenders for the strongest one. In my personal opinion. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, I'd have to upgrade you to level 3 if I wanted to place something there, so I will delete this. Let's get another bullet tent. Bullet. Dig down here, take out whatever that is. Yeah, bullet ants are huge. Oh, dear God. Bullet ant powers activate! Murder the hermit crabs. I was hoping I didn't open up that giant nest, but it's hermit crabs, so they have low TPS. We might be fine. I have no food for hatching reinforcements, though. Just putting that out there. It seems to be going okay. I think I'm going to lose one, though. Yeah, honestly, like, stink ants, I'm disappointed with them. I really do not like how expensive they are. I don't know why they're the most expensive ant in this game. Because they're not the best ant. The best ant is literally the bullet ant. I tested them 1-for-1 against ants, and they never lost a single battle. They were able to beat every other species of ant by themselves. Yeah, these things are tanky. Little black ant or fire ant, they both have similar roles and both are cheap. Yes. It is a great question. I would say... In terms of firepower, I'd say fire ants are stronger. They don't have to rely on their confuse gimmick. If they run up against an enemy that is immune to confuse, like the amphibians, the little black ants struggle a bit because that's where all their power comes from. But economic-wise, little black ants are definitely the way to go. Like, I don't think there's any other colony where I can sustain an assault against an enemy stronghold without going back and, like, dedicating time and resources to gathering food. They're just able to keep charging and gathering whatever's on the way to the enemy nest. So, yeah, like I say, I think fire ants are just a little bit stronger overall. But little black ants, again, they're not terrible in any sense of the imagination. No, I haven't killed anything because I haven't dug up to the surface because I'm trying to get the base established so I don't die. Because all of them are on impossible. So, yeah, if any of them invaded me, that could be the end of it in about 5 seconds. Well, I think happened to the scientist after Formicarian 5? Who knows? He became the boogeyman or something. I don't know. I don't really like speculating on lore. I don't really care about lore too much. Could I turn on waves? Nah, I hate waves. Like, waves, all they do is make the game harder, and I already find that free play, it's hard enough to push. Like, 9 times out of 10, my free play games end up with me just hiding underground because I can't push up because it's too dangerous, and I'll just lose more food than I gain. Or, like, the enemy colonies die first, you know, before I can get my hands on them. So, no, I'm not turning on waves. Do I think the Leafcutter the Major is better than Stink Ants? Oh, absolutely. Literally, I tested them earlier. 1v1, 19 level 3 of both Stink Ants and Leafcutters, and the Leafcutters won. Like, I think 3 of them survived. And the fact that Stink Ants cost 300 per level and Leafcutters cost 150, like, it should be Stink Ants by a wide margin, not Leafcutters winning. Or even Leafcutters winning barely, or losing barely. Just kind of stupid if you ask me. I think they got, like, I don't mind that the Stink Ants are strong and stuff. I just don't think they're the right price. Like, I would change them to like 200. They would still be the strongest ant. Because, like, yeah, they would still be the strongest ant at 200 because technically you can't hatch this at level 1. Or maybe, I don't know, 250, just not 300. More workers, not needed. Workers are literally just designed to hold the line, and I don't want to waste money on workers. We have enough financial issues without spending time and money on workers. It's a little slow in the beginning, but once we get going, we'll be fine. Once we have enough bullet ants, it doesn't matter what faces us. We're just going to be able to take it on head on. Yeah, they're really big. They shouldn't have to harvest, but... So, like, Disco will do a rebalance? Yeah, I know I saw their roadmap. I'm not really sure what they plan on doing in addition to this game. Because, at least on paper, they've done everything they set out to do. You know, they've done all their Kickstarter goals, and they've delivered pretty much what they intended on doing from the beginning. So I'm not sure where they plan on taking this next. You know, if they add, you know, significant content, like new levels and stuff, yeah, I'll cover it. Otherwise, I'll just, like, play this on my own. Probably won't stream it. I'll do, like, New Game Plus when I hit certain milestones. Like, if I plan on doing New Game Plus 1, 5, 10, 50, if I make it, 100, if I make it, and then I guess, like, every 100 after that. Like, you know, that's, like, a heavy if I make it, because that would take many hours of playing. Like, so many hours. We'll find out how many hours it takes once I upload the first one. Because right now, it's sitting at a lot. A metric fuck ton. You hope they add wasps or bees? No, I don't think they will. They might, like, unless there's a ground-based flightless wasp or bee, then yeah, sure. Like, you know, because technically red velvet ants aren't ants. They're a flightless wasp. Can I lock the driver ants? No, you cannot. Like, I don't know. Is there a flightless, ground-based colony of bees or wasps? You tell me. Because that's part of the reason why they're not adding trap jaw colonies or driver ants or army ants. Okay, well, they're not adding the army ants or the drivers because they don't live underground. They won't add trap jaws or stink ants because they don't follow pheromone markers. So, you know, they wouldn't be able to follow the thing you use to command your ants, you know, in a realistic setting. So that explains why they haven't done that yet. Because they technically do have a trap jar colony, just in Adventure. And it works as an enemy colony, because they're able to do their own complicated AI, not having it follow AI or pheromone markers, but if you put in player controls, they'll need some way to control it, and pheromone markers are the way to do it. Come on, another one. We'll be at 7. 7. If driving back was an army of fire ants, that would be, I'd say, easier and tougher, depending on how many ants there were. If there's the same amount, easy. If there were like 3 times as many, probably harder. I know there are, like, I know yellow jackets will put their nests in the ground sometimes. Just ask my dad, who fell on a yellow jacket nest and got horribly stung. The game still looks unfinished. Feels like Disco can add more content to it. I mean, yeah, they will add more content. I know they kind of like said they might do some more event stuff. Oh, and I do have an event-based one right here. I had a weird thought pop into my head, and I was like, you know what? That sounds funny. I don't know, you know, what we could do with it, but I'm sure Slug Disco could do something for it. For St. Patrick's Day, we have leprechauns riding ants into battle. They're on the warpath to get back their pot of gold. There you go. Think on it. Or, like, I don't know. Or you just, like, have a normal level, but the queen is drunk, so the pheromone markers move a bit. So they'll just, like, all around in a general area. Yeah, one of the queens died already. I'm pretty sure it was one of the other colonies taking them out. And I do have the difficulties to scaling with the colony, just so you know. I feel like it's the most fair difficulty setting. That way, the AI doesn't get steamrolled, but you're also able to have some challenge without getting steamrolled yourself. No, we're not going to be playing as driver ants because, again, they are nomadic, so they don't live underground like normal colonies do. You wanted them to add a house or urban-based colony? That would be interesting. I was actually watching a video recently talking about how ants in a city have like their own ecosystem to the point where it's like a whole ecosystem, the city. And ants actually provide a very important service of scavenging all the food that we drop in the city. Like, they apparently harvest so much and pretty much live off it. Which is kind of interesting to think. You don't really think of cities as being a ecosystem or, like, place for ants to survive. But, yeah, again, if they're able to survive in the Alps, I think pretty much anywhere is a-okay. Like crazy ants, not little black ants? Yeah, we'll cry about it. Upgrade this so I can get it. No! You know what, we're just going to upgrade you instead. Upgrade you. Daisy chain. my last bit of food. Oh, really? Oh, I was going to say, really? We're just one short from being able to upgrade the tile. Is that how we're going to be? It was almost how we were going to be, but not quite. Yeah, let's put a new tile there. What even was that? Oh, false bombardier larva. Stood no chance. Will driver ants be in a raptor colony? No, probably not. Like, I don't think they're going to do another counterpart. Been there, done that. Now we have 8 ants. No, it's... Okay, first of all, it's not an American thing, okay? All you Europeans drop food too, okay? Stop pretending like Americans are so fat that we just drop everything and are so fat that we can't see the food we're dropping. Because, let me be real. Do I look like I have any fat on my body? I'm pretty sure my BMI has a negative stat for my body fat. Chat plays cookie clicker? Nah, hell no. If I was to be better at coding and like do a chat does something, I would do free play, but you could like mess with me, like crowd control my game so that certain enemies invade. Oh dear God, it's Harvestman. We're going to see how good the bullet ants' power really is. This is their toughest challenge yet. Harvestmen. They are taking significant damage. Surprisingly. But if they're able to get unstunned and get an attack off, look, they're literally just completely stunned to the point where they can't do anything. That is why I hate Harvestmen. Okay, another one dead. 2 of them have died. We also don't have infinite food. There we go, another one down. Stereotypes come from somewhere. Listen, I'm just going to be real with you. Yes, there's a lot of fat Americans. But, you know, stereotypes do exist for a reason. But I know, like, here's the thing about stereotypes. You laugh when it's someone else, but as soon as it's about, you know, a group you're a part of, people tend to get butthurt. Favorite ant, little black ant. I just love how aggressive you can be in that. Either that or fire ants. One of those two. I just like aggressive playstyles. Yeah, I'm really surprised they were able to handle the Harvestmen so well. Normally, a pocket that size of Harvestmen would be a death sentence. Like, I would literally be going through 1,000 food plus just to try and manage the damage there. But they were able to handle it real well, so I'm pleasantly surprised. A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Frontline is harder than the harvest? Nah, I disagree. Frontline's easy. Be cool if one of the other raptor colonies have driver ants. I mean, it would be cool, but I think you need to give up on it. Well, if it was driver ants in frontline, I think it would be easier. Like, I don't really think that's that difficult, even with the army ants. And army ants are, in my opinion, stronger. Not that driver ants are bad, it's just army ants seem to be better. Because they still gotta follow the rules of the ants. Okay? Like, having bullet ants carry the corpses would require a lot of coding changes and kind of like break things. So it just makes sense gameplay wise to have them act the exact same as every other ant. The 4.0s are unique and overwhelming. Yeah. Like, I will agree with you. Cold Blood is such a jarring experience compared to the rest of the game. There's just like no food around. You're just like, okay, where am I supposed to get my food from? There's nothing. Because in, you know, in 1.0 levels, it's all around in the underground. 2.0, you have the beach, and then you have the aphid farms, clear food points. 3.0, the food was literally all around because leaf. And then 4.0, it's just like a wasteland. 40% physical resistance for army ants at level 3? Jeez. Why are the ants so big? Because they are ginormous. They're a donkadonk. And yes, I am committing to clearing out the entire underground before I go above. Again, I would agree that most of the time, it's me being overly cautious staying underground. But I feel like with the bullet ants, it's a little bit necessary considering I still have only 8 soldiers. Make that 9 soldiers. There we go. Now we're really starting to pick up steam. Yeah, they could probably increase the harvest amount. That I would agree with you on. Make them a bit more, I don't know, easy to justify the cost. Because right now, despite their strength, I find it very hard to justify using them. Because I would just rather personally use fire ants or Matabele medics or wood ants or anything over the bullet ants just because they're a lot more reliable. And cheap. You don't need level 3 to hatch 1. And it's not going to take 50. And that's even after a giant price reduction. Start clearing a path for another one. Easy. Yeah, oh, 40 minutes in. Are we actually 40 minutes in? Holy shit, we are. Jeez. I didn't think we were going that long. We're almost there. We're almost halfway there. I'm going to do something a little closer because I feel like the bullet ants are very competent at killing stuff. So let's just open up this chamber right up here. Oh my god, it's Spiderlings. I was not expecting Spiderlings. Well, it will make it a lot easier for my bullet ants to bring all that food back. And this is where I would say the bullet ants struggle the most, is swarms of small creatures. Especially if they have a high DPS. Like, I wasn't able to do the Formicarium challenge 2 because the wood ants were rinsing me with their spray. We weren't able to clear out the eruptors and the black ants fast enough, so the wood ants were able to get a foothold inside of our nest to spray us. I don't know, I'm sure there's some no-lifes that have gotten it pretty high. No, I'm not doing spider hats. Oh, a pull for spider hats. Gotcha. I'm still not doing that. Let's downgrade. I thought I downgraded, but maybe I upgraded that by accident. Let's get ourselves another chamber. Oh, this is kind of painful. Driver Ants Majors kind of remind you of Big-Headed Super Majors. I will agree, they do have a very similar action, but Big-Headed Ants are way better just because of that execute. Oh, and their attack speed. And their damage. Yeah, that would be interesting having challenge mode creatures in free play. I think that could be like a landmark they could add. Like, just make it interesting, being like, oh, do you want to turn on challenge mode, yes or no? Every colony will have mole crickets occasionally burrow in. And by occasionally, I mean like, I don't know, one every 10 minutes or something like that. Nothing ridiculous. And then you have tiger beetle larva. Just have them every once in a while as like a separate landmark, just a normal landmark. Forward flies, they could be a unique landmark for the leaf cutters, because right now, and you can do the same thing with the Matabili and the what's it called? Fuck, what's it called? The assassin beetles. Like, my issue with the leaf cutters and assassin beetles is there's no point to turn on any of the landmarks. There's no food, like, all it does is bring challenge, and it eliminates and lowers spawns of the food that's actually useful for you. Any tips you give for a new player to Empires of the Undergrowth? You need to get your economy rolling ASAP. Don't neglect workers. They can actually really help you. Either gathering food. I didn't realize how much food we had stored up. Jeez. Yeah, workers can really help you gather food to get that ball rolling, especially if food is very limited. And also, they're not bad for when you have a lot of creatures to fight and not enough food to get a good size army. So, like, I think the best example of this is like the coaling. You're playing as black ants, right? You have one night before a bunch of devil's coach horse larvae attack you. And you just don't quite have enough food to be able to gather to just start making soldiers from the get-go. Because you have to take out the wood lice and the woodworms and stuff like that, and it's just a lot of food you need to gather, and you need to spend time harvesting it. And also, they provide a nice distraction for the enemy creatures to allow your soldiers to be on the front line for longer. You should pick random raptor combos. I could, but like I said, I'm not too into free play anymore. It bores me. I just feel like I'm disappointed with free play. Like, my experience with it is either you make the game challenging by making the enemy colony smart and the environment tough, but there's not enough food for you to be able to do anything. Oh, looks like we got the entrance dug out. Buy an earwig. It's 10 food. The baby's worth 10 food. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, no, I just feel like there's not enough food on any of the free play maps. So if I make the game real challenging, I'm just going to have to hide in my nest and wait until the environment takes out the enemy colonies, or I make it real easy and the enemy colonies will steamroll me because they're a little bit more developed, Oh dear God in heaven, no. I was just going to grab this food and then I saw that and I changed my mind in about 5 seconds flat. Oh, and we're getting attacked, by the way. Bad idea, bruh.
A skirmish between...
Welcome to the bullet ant nest. Welcome to bullet hell. Yeah, like, it's fun when you're doing challenges for yourself, but like I said, that's my issues with it. Yeah, that's right, retreat, you little bitch. And don't you forget it. Don't you forget how we kicked your ass. Anyway, let's get ourselves another ant. Yeah, the green on the side of their name means they're rehabilitated. So I believe they have 6 70% of their normal stats. Because they have heavily reduced stats. Oh, hang on. I got the wiki up on my other screen. Let me just check. Okay. Search bar is a little stupid. Give me a second. 60%. Yep. They retain 60% health and damage. But if you use the what's it called? The minor upgrade, or not the minor upgrade, the enhancement, you will get give me a sec. Oh, 85. So you go from 60 to 85 if you get the field surgeon. Field surgeon? No, just surgeon. And personally, it is a significant jump in stats, but I don't feel like it's worth it for the time you save. Just absolutely slaughtering people on the front line. Or not slaughtering. Being able to retreat just a little bit of distance rather than having to go all the way back to the queen. I just don't feel like it's a good trade-off. Sup, bro? I only had a few ants guarding the entrance and you still sucked. Yeah, the 5.0 mantises are ridiculous. They redunk-a-dunk. And what's redunk-a-dunk is them attacking me. Like, will you learn? Oh my god, we're actually one-shotting the leafcutter majors? Oh. Okay. I may have to change my tune on the bullet ants. We'll see at the end of this challenge, though. It's still early. Could change my mind still.
A skirmish between colonies has broken out.
Yes, it has, but we're just so good at murdering that we don't really need to worry too much. Oh, you got a little lost there, bud. I'm going to have to kill you now. It's nothing personnel. Nothing personnel, kid. Yeah, like, pretty much no ant has an immunity to execute. Well, actually, no. Oh, yeah, they do have an immune... No, I think they have an immunity to weak execute or something. I don't know. I don't quite know all the stats in this game. And we have another one. Our power grows. I do hate how they cannot maneuver or navigate one wide tiles. They're just tripping over each other constantly. I mean, it makes sense for their size, but still. Have one bull ant guard the entrance? Well, here's the thing. They're all grouped up. So if I wanted to have one bullet ant guard the entrance, they all have to guard the entrance. And guess what? The food chamber is right there. They're going to have to walk in the path of any invaders. So I'm not worried in the slightest. In fact, I think I can abandon the stupid highway strat and just start placing down bullet ants as I see fit. Just because that was a necessity to get the ball rolling, considering how expensive they are. It would have taken me even longer to build up if I just couldn't use the highway trick. Just use workers to collect? No. This food collection speed sucks? Yeah, it does. It's almost done. Any minute now. Oh no! They killed the bullet ant! They do a lot of damage when they're grouped up, though. That is something I will say in their defense. Or an enemy colony defense. back off, bro. You're not winning this fight. Even if you do win the fight, guess what? It's something called Royal Guard, and it'll mess you up. The end. Bull ants with termite and medic is broken. Oh yeah, the termites increase nearby allies' attack speed, don't it? Yeah, doesn't it? Yeah. That is pretty good. I don't know if I'd go as far to say overpowered, but yeah, again, I haven't tried it yet. And like, just stop it. Get some help. And I'd love to help myself to that. And oh dear God, that's hideous. Almost as hideous as this. But I appreciate the giant mantises being right there, protecting me from one of the colonies.
Colonies has broken out.
So I don't have to deal with both of them breathing down my ass. They increase it by a significant amount. It looks like 2 times speed. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I know they added Royal Guard, but I don't really need to test that because I know how good they are. Like, I know they're insanely good, so why would I feel the need to test it? And there we go. Bombardier's down. It's one less thing we have to fight in our own nest. Let's open up that chamber, because we could use a new distraction before the red army comes knocking on our door. I could grab that, but is it really worth the distance? Not overly. Yeah, they can deal with a whole lot of stuff. Yeah, fire ants and medics are just really good. So, I mean, if you think about it, the whole gimmick of fire ants is that they can have 2 ants per tile, right? Well, then you add the medics in there, and you can have, what? 3 ants? 4 ants? Or is it 2? I don't know. I haven't tested it out too much. But either way, it's still good. And there we go. Finally took everything out. Jeez. So much stuff. Can we? Oh, no. We're just shy of the point. No. Imagine if the AI colony used bull ants. I mean, for all we know, they might. They might not just have hatched them yet. Let's see. We can see what the their loadout is. So they have leaf cutter majors, they have black ants, and they have medics. It looks like that's it. That looks like their loadouts. Looks like they've gone with leafcutter medias. Not sure what else, because we just haven't seen it yet. Hurry up and gather things, bullet ants. I know you're itching to go, but... Ooh. I want to take the opportunity of them moving. Let's grab all that. Because that is amazing. And there's an ant stuck inside my nest. Just one shot of the wolf spider. Yeah, that is true. It's hard, like, to know if the AI is able to handle their weird hatching mechanics. I'm sorry, did they have workers in that raid? I think they did. Nom. Let's see them climb. Oh, it does not look natural in the slightest. Everyone underground, then.
The ants must protect the queen.
Yeah, we are. Just right now, the enemy colony is being a little bit of a douche. And I'm not talking about washing your butt. Weapon to the green ant colony. I'm going to take a guess and say the blue ants wiped them out. Based on how aggressive as shit they're being with me.
Territorial lines
The
have
ants
been
must protect the
contested.
queen.
The ants will fight.
So, why did they invade my nest with fighting off? They could have easily tried to kill my queen, at least activating Royal Guard. What the heck? Progress saved. Oh, thank you. Great. Appreciate it. Upgrade you. Get another bolt ants down. Bruh, how long is it going to take for me to get another one? No, I am going to refuse, okay? The more you tell me to do something, the less I'm going to do it. And that reminds me, enjoy this tag. Enjoy this new command. There we go. Just took a while. There you go. Enjoy that command. Made it a while ago. Yeah, 16 minutes in. We've almost got a full chamber. Get hyped. Oh yeah, by the way, Destiny, I kind of made a new command after the launch stream. Oh wait, I've already done that. This is the command this is the other command I made. There you go. Those are two tags. If you see someone spoiling without consent, without my consent, use that as like a warning. Anything after that, let me know. You just came by, so how good are they so far? They're good. They're just slow. I wouldn't recommend using them on their own, but as part of a group, they're pretty good. It just takes forever to get them going with anything. That's right, you better run. Die. Oh, that's what's happening. Two different colonies are invading me at the same time. Interesting.
Contested. The ants will fight.
Did not see that coming.
Ants must protect the queen.
It's fine. It's less fine. Okay, we gotta get by our queen and protect. Must protect queen. Wait, trying to figure out where I want to place some workers, because I'm not an idiot. I do recognize that workers would be very helpful. It's just, I kind of want to do things my own way. Oh, oh yeah, I opened that. I was like, how did ants get so deep into my nest? And then I realized, oh, they aren't ants. Those are creatures I opened. There we go. Everything's cleared out inside of our nest. Now we just have to wait. And hopefully hold out long enough, because again, this is what I'm talking about with my issue with Freeplay. Okay? My issue with Freeplay is, here we are, because in order for the AI to not die to the environment, I have to crank them up to max. But if I crank them up to max, they're just going to be non-stop raiding me 24/7, so I can't get any food. Like, that is literally my biggest issue with Freeplay. Lack of food. And it's either because A, this is all I can get, or B, because I'm being slowly starved out through siege. Those are my issues with this game. Well, this game mode. It's just kind of like, do you want to starve or do you want to starve? Which is why, in my opinion, pervasive fire ants are S tier in this game mode. Like, they are so amazing because of the fact that it doesn't matter if I'm being starved. It doesn't matter if they're at my gates. I can still hatch my army. I can still expand. I can expand to my heart's content and still not worry about running out of food. Just attack and run. Listen, there's no food nearby. I have 7 or so food there. Apparently no food there. I'm stuck. Like, that is the only way I'm able to go. And there's nothing. There's nothing over there. Like, tell me what I'm supposed to be doing, huh?
A skirmish between colonies has broken out.
And especially when it's 50 food to, you know, maintain. Guess what I'm not going to be able to do? Maintain. Ugh. The medics are making them so much more difficult. Are bull ants immune to executes? I don't know. I don't think they are, but I've been wrong before. Like, there's not much here. Once I'm out of that, I just have to hope that my bull ants are able to hold the line for long enough for me to keep getting Royal Guard until the enemy collapses. Alright, so it's roughly 9 o'clock, okay? If we are not able to leave our nest by 10 o'clock, I'm calling it. That is plain and simple. Yeah. Listen to them, Goober, okay? Listen to Helicopterion, okay? He knows exactly what he's talking about. You know, being too early, it's a problem for him. You know, it happens all the time, so take it from someone that knows how bad coming early is. Make a short way to food. Again, what food? They're now blocking me off. This is also the reason why this is my least favorite map. Just too small. Can I check their stat with the question marks? Sure. Immunities, execute, knockback, weak pickup. There you go. They're all low health. Like, I would have loved to have given them the ability for them to heal so much faster, but I could not justify getting that over, you know, being able to have them be somewhat affordable.
The ants will fight.
Somewhere within a realistic price range. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get this chamber to level 3, period. I'm not going to be able to do anything with it. I'm not even going to be able to sustain myself. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to win either. Just like, here's the thing. It's not because the bullet ants are bad. Alright? Like, we would have been fine if the AI does not A, cheat, and B, is not putting so much pressure on us. Like, there's nothing we can do. There's literally nothing. We're just going to death spiral until they come out on top. Or until they fight each other. But either way, that's a temporary solution. I have 40 food. I can't even hatch all my bull ants right now. Yeah, the siege is way too brutal. And here's the thing. I don't know what the devs could do to fix it. Oh wait, they're not. They're backing off because of the flood. They're finally backing off, but I don't know, like, what could... I think they could do something about the food spawns, because, like, I think 5 seeds spawn for 50, and that happens so rarely, it's just not worth it. Like, take something like, I don't know. Like, in my opinion, the 2 best food landmarks are the aphid farms, like in Queen of the Hill, and the fish. Everything else is kind of sucks. Hi, friend. You going to die? Oh, so did the frogs. Oh, sorry, toads. I forget you get all offended if I say the word frog when it's a toad. At least we're able to move now. At least we're able to gather something. Oh, really? You want to do this, bruh? Oh, no, they're just gathering that. Whoopsie. Back underground. Oh, well, he's dead. Or she's dead, should I say. Oh, look, we're getting attacked by the 2 colonies again. It was nice to have reinforcement for 2 ants while it lasted. Pinecone fish, same thing. You really don't think this is even fair? I agree. Like, I mean, I was kind of trying to make it hard on myself, but like, I run into a similar problem with every colony, and it's not just the Eruptors. Like, what I wanted to do was I wanted to see if I could beat each colony, you know, just 1v1 each colony, each of the natural colonies, and, you know, on the hardest difficulty, see if I can come out on top.
The ants will fight.
I started with Black Ant, right? And I was just getting constantly attacked left, right, and center. There was no time for me to breathe or gather food. They were able to have twice the army I had. And while they're putting pressure on me, they're getting free hatches. They're getting food drops. Like, I just feel like that if you wanted to make this fair, you'd have to make this 0 cheating. But if you make it 0 cheating, the AI is going to suck and die. Like, even with them cheating, like fully cheating to their best of their ability, it's not uncommon for them to die to environmental enemies if I crank it too high. It's just like, I cannot find a good balance where it's fair, but tough and rewarding. Like, it's either going to be like this, where I'm just getting swarmed left, right, and center and aren't able to do anything but just sit there and watch the demise of my colony take place over an hour. Or I just steamroll them and I've won before I've even left the nest.
Territorial lines have been contested. The ants will fight.
Yeah, that probably could work. You know, limit the amount of attacks a colony can take. Like, yeah, you could probably do like a casualty threshold. Be like, okay, if you've taken X amount of casualties in X amount of time, then retreat. It's just not worth it. It's too strong of a defense. And that number, and the number needed to push them back and have them retreat goes up based on their food stores, and the number of ants they have. So like if they're low on food stores and they attack, it's going to be a low threshold for them to retreat. But if their food stocks are all the way full, they got literally can't get any more ants, it's going to be really hard to drive them off. And they're going to pretty much attack you until they take out your queen. Yeah, just like the army ants 3.2, just like the driver ants. I would say probably the army ant system would be better just because like that's constantly, you know, ticking up. So that way, you know, you can't just be like, oh, I took out 50 at the start and then never took out a single one ever. It just like, you have to keep the pressure on. You have to keep killing the enemy. So that's my suggestion. But yeah, again, I don't know how complicated the AI is. I know that they did a pass on the AI a while ago, and it is like, regardless of my issues with the AI, it is still miles better than what it used to be. It used to be an absolute disaster. Like, I literally was not able to win. When I did the Matabili stream, it was really tough for me to win, right? It took me 2 hours, pretty much an hour straight of just pushing into one of the termite mountains until they ran out of food. The previous AI system, I literally could not break them ever. They got free food and free hatches like twice as often as they do now. Like, I was literally not able to put a dent in their food. And obviously I couldn't keep up my assault because I was running out of food. Yeah, I will agree. 5.2 and 3.2 are pretty similar. They're similar and they're different at the same time. I will say I like the idea of, like, the Matabili having to defend their food source. Being like, oh, yes, we raid them and we're constantly murdering them, but we need to protect them from a foreign threat to make sure we survive. We need to make sure they survive so we survive. I like that concept. Just don't have other ant colonies in Freeplay? No, that... Literally the only reason I even remotely like Freeplay is because of the Conquest game mode. I want to take out the enemy colonies. I want to be challenged. But based on the AI currently, either I will be not challenged and win. Like, a lot of the times, if I set the environmental difficulty too hard, or even remotely hard, I'll be digging out underground trying to build up my army so I can go above. And then I'll just find out I won. I'll just be chilling, minding my own thing, and it's like, congratulations, you won. It's like, I haven't... We just started. This was like not even half an hour. Like, that's my issue with it. Like, I will say, Freeplay needs a bit more work for it to be in a state where it's fun to play more than a couple of times.
The ants must protect the queen.
It's possible. I mean, you know, there are some changes that they could do to make it really fun, but right now I'm not seeing that.
A skirmish between colonies.
And I don't know if we're going to be able to hold off this invasion, because there's a lot of them. Alright, well, they're retreating. And we've reinforced our bullet ants, so now we actually have an army. Will we be able to expand? No! I'm just going to dig out those tiles so that way I don't have them bothering my bullet ants in combat. Back off.
A skirmish between colonies has...
Now I just gotta, you know, like, literally that's all I'm doing. I'm just praying that the environmental difficulty gets cranked so high that the environment kills them. And that's not fun. I want to be the one that delivers the killing blow. Me. I feel like what they need to do is they need to make it so the AI is unable to cheat, but the AI cannot be invaded by environment creatures. I think that could be a setting you could add, you know, optionally. Do you want environmental creatures to invade their nests? But, like, I think that's the only way to make it feasible. Like, if they're unable to cheat, you have a fighting chance. But if they're unable to cheat, they'll die to everything else. So make it so they can't die to everything else, so that you can afford to have them not cheat, so you can actually have a chance of winning. Yeah, I think they're, like, I disagree with you. I think if there was a tarantula on 5.2, it would be a carbon copy of 3.2, pretty much. Like, it just, I don't know, it just... Besides, they already had enough Titans. Adding 3, like, it was literally the bit that added the most Titans in any of the chapters, so just think about that. Offer. Oh. Okay, it looks like the enemy Eruptors are fighting each other. Yeah, why do they keep on retreating? I don't know. Like, I think there's some sort of system in place like that already, but it's just to fall back a slight bit. The system I'm asking for is them to retreat pretty much entirely and not attack your nest for a while. But that's not going to happen. Let's see, how many landmarks are on the map? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, never mind.
A skirmish between
7,
broken out.
8. Not a landmark. Did I count that? I think I did. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. There's 13 possible sources of food. 2 of them are carnivorous plants. So that's 11.
A skirmish between colonies has broken out.
The mealworms or whatever they're called. Yes, they have a good amount of food, but it takes a long time for them to respawn. Poppy plants. They give a lot of food. They give a lot of good food. Again, takes a long time to respawn. Funnel webs. You have to fight a funnel web to get... Hold on, let me do the math real quick. You have to fight 3 or 4 funnel webs for 40-ish food, 50, not even. Okay, I guess more if you count the corpses. Like, still, that's not bad, but it's not good either. Just because you have to fight the corpses. Yeah, like I'm not against the AI cheating. What I am against is them cheating to the point where it's unfair. Like, I understand the AI is not going to be smart enough ever to fully stand up to a human player, but I don't know how you'd balance it.
Territorial lines have...
Yeah, I don't, like I said, I don't think that the tarantula was going to be a good idea. I think the levels is fine as is, because 5.1 was all about fighting the giant creatures. 5.2 was about fighting ants. So I think you get a good balance of different gameplay styles. You have the long economic build-up where you're pretty much free to do whatever you want. But because of the spawns, you're pretty confined to only raiding during dawn and dusk and having to hold out against large creatures. While 5.2 is like, you don't have much time at all. Time is not your friend. You have to go so you can raid the enemy colonies 24/7 more or less, and you kind of have to. I just want to point out, we've been here for half an hour. I left the nest once. Twice. For 200 food? Is it worth it? No. Like, honestly, this stream just... It feels like I'm more complaining about Freeplay than anything. Like, it just feels like that's all I'm doing. I ended the poll here, so looks like 40% of you said yes and 30% said no to Frostpunk 2. So I think I will play it when it comes out. I'll do a few different playthroughs. Like I'll do a benevolent playthrough, and then I'll do a ruthless dictator playthrough or something like that, you know. Because it's a political thing, so you can kind of like choose which factions to support. You could go with naturalists or technology or something like that, you know. All sorts of interesting ways to play it. Don't worry though, this isn't going to be like the last stream I do, okay?
A skirmish between colonies has broken out.
I have one more Empires of the Undergrowth stream planned, and that is a speed run. Just with all the Formicarium levels out. I feel like that could be a good idea to do. As for Empires of the Undergrowth content, yeah, I'm going to post. I have a few videos planned. I'm going to post them. But after I post these next few videos, I think I might go play Grounded, maybe? I don't know. Like,
A skirmish between colonies
see,
has
here's the
broken
thing.
out.
I know you like Empires of the Undergrowth. Okay, I get it. I really do. And I love it too. But I am a variety person, okay? I get bored playing the same thing over and over. Okay, I am cooked. I am done with this game right now. And that's just because that's how my brain is wired, okay? It's the kind of thing that's like, it plays it out to its heart content when it wants to. And then once it's done, it's done. And it wants to move on. Christmas Spider? Yeah, I'll do that once it comes rolling around again, maybe.
A skirmish between colonies has
Oh yeah, I need to make a video on it, so yeah, I'll do it eventually. Pretty sure you can kill all 3 mounds in 5.1? Yeah, you can. Just doesn't make a good idea. Did I try the community challenges? Nah. Don't really feel like doing community challenges. I would say tier 4 has more interesting creatures to fight against, but I would say, like, if you look at the battle arena, the most options are in tier 5.
a skirmish.
And I'm not just talking about the ants, I'm talking about like actual creatures too. They're just yeah, your biggest complaint is that they're just different sizes. Guess what? I could argue that for pretty much any of the tiers. Like tier 2 is literally just hermit crabs, beetles, or devil's coach horse, wolf spiders, and tiger beetles. That's it. Just different sizes. 4 creatures. That's it.
Territorial lines have been contested. The ants will fight.
Trying to think, like tier 4. Yeah, you have the mantis fly. Yeah, you have the red velvet ant. Checker beetles. It's pretty much just like a reskinned devil's coach horse row beetle situation. Trying to think. Trying to think of what creatures in the game. Bullfrog, blue skimmer. Yeah, those are unique, definitely. Link spider unique. Magnolia spider unique. There's 2 versions of the tiger beetle. And then what else? I'm trying to remember everything. Oh yeah, the reptiles. There's the toad, the frog, and the newt. I will agree with you, like, variety-wise, yes, but, like, choice-wise, it's still tier 5. Like, I'm not saying tier 5 is bad or anything. It's a desert. It's a savanna. What do you want from it? You really think a savannah is going to be more full of life than a swamp?
A skirmish between colonies has broken out.
Yeah, exactly. The whole focus of Tier 5, the whole point of the Matabili is any creatures they fight is an obstacle to their goal. The only thing they care about is the termites. So anything you fight, you're just losing food, exactly like the leaf cutters. And it's not like there was a lot of different creatures there too. You had the praying mantis, road beetle, jumping spider, harvestman, whip spider, velvet worm. I think that's it. I think that is it, actually. Remind me if I'm missing one of them. So that's 6 creatures, right? They're just all different size. Velvet Worm has 2. Harvestman has 2. Jumping Spider has 1 size. Praying Mantis has 2 sizes. Road Beetle, technically, there's 2 different types of Road Beetle, but, you know. I'm blanking on the last one. Oh, Velvet Worm, it has 2 variants. And when the tier came out, the Velvet Worms didn't exist, so that's 1 less creature right away. Oh. I think my brain just intentionally blocked that out of my memory. It's just like, I don't want to remember the bush crickets. They don't exist. If I don't think about them, they can't hurt me. So yeah, there's the bush cricket, and I believe there's 3 different sizes for that one.
Territorial lines have been contested.
Yeah, trapdoor spider and the huntsman are like, they're only in 5.2, and they're just kind of like unique. They're not like regular creatures that you're fighting. Look, we're literally getting raided by both colonies at the same time, like, and we're out of ants. But they took their sweet time to the point where Royal Guard will activate. If they push. This is another thing. If you're going to have the AI attack me because it sees weakness, go for the kill. Don't just kill my army just for the funsies and then retreat. Like, that's what ticks me off. It's just doing it because it can. It's just...
A skirmish between
Slug Disco is having their AI bully the player. That's all they're doing. The AI is just bullies. They're intentionally just trying to bully the player. Yeah, pretty much. Like, you had a giant army right next to my queen. I only have 7 workers. The queen was right there, and you're just like, no, I'm not going to fight. Like, I think it's pretty clear. We've spent half hour here. We've lost our ants. They're not going to push and kill us. They're not going to be merciful gods and end us. There's no place we can push that they don't control. And even if we did have a landmark that we could control, there'd be no food.
The queen is in imminent danger.
So, oh, are we actually getting attacked? Oh my god, we actually are getting attacked. Holy shit. And my bullet ants are trapped in there. So maybe we're going to get mercifully killed. Are we going to get mercifully killed? I don't know. Unfortunately not. Like, here's the thing. Bullet ants are so good, they're able to hold the line so long that until Royal Guard is ready. So I'm going to end the stream here just because I'm ticked. And this is all I'm going to be doing for the end of time. Because they won't be able to kill me. And they won't be able to die. So...
A skirmish skirmish between
As far as my thoughts on bullet ants, really strong, really expensive. If you can get them going to a decent size, they're unstoppable gods. Like, if I had access to any food, like just a little bit to sustain my army even, I think we would be great. And we'd be able to win. But since there's no food, literally none, I'm ending the game here. Anyway, I hope you did enjoy. Please leave a like and subscribe for more. I might do the speedrun tomorrow. Might be another day. We'll see. Anyway, I'll catch all you later.